Hey everybody, welcome to an all new video with Matt. Today I'm going to show you how to install a anchor trolley line for your kayak system. That way you'll be able to fish and move your anchor up and down the front and the back of your boat, guys. So stick around, I'm going to show you how. Alright, so real quick guys, we're just going to go over everything we need for today's install. I recommend getting a 1/16 drill bit to use as like a pallet guide, right? Or you can just use your screw directly into the hole on your mark. Speaking of marks, you're going to need to get yourself a marker, just like that, for marking your holes. You'll need a pair of scissors. You're going to need a impact driver with a Phillips bit on there. You're going to need a caulk gun with some 100% clear, either marine grade or the clear 100 silicone right there, guys. And you're going to need some sheet metal screws in case you cannot access the inside. Now, the kit that you buy, it does come with some mounting hardware, but it's for if you're able to access the back of it to tighten nuts. In my case, on my sit-on kayak, I cannot access the inside, so that's why we're going to have to use screws today. Alright, so the next thing you guys out there need to do is decide which side do you want to install your trolley system on, guys. Do you want it on this side where you're probably going to have it in your way the most, or you're going to want it on that side where you'd have it in your way the most? It doesn't really matter which side, but for my preference, guys, I kind of like having them on my left side right here, just like this right here. That way I'm sitting in my chair like that and I want to fish from that side. I'll have my trolley system over here and I can just put it down wherever I want it. So I am going with the little port side of my kayak. Alright, so now we've decided on which side we are going to put our anchoring kit on. We can go ahead and open up a little anchor kit right here from Shoreline and pull everything out. As you can see, there is your middle ring right there that your anchor would go right up through right there, guys. So let's go ahead and stick that to the side. Comes with about 34 feet of rope, so it says it can go up to 16-foot kayaks, guys. So there's your rope, and then all of the hardware is right here, guys. It comes with all your little screws, your little stop right there. It's got your little eyes. So the first thing we want to do is find our two eyes. And that is going to be those two right there. Alright guys, so the first thing I want to do is come up here to the front of the kayak right here, guys, and I want to take my first eye right here, right? And you're going to find a nice spot that's above your water line. You don't want this to be below the water line, and you want to be slightly above it, right? So I like to go somewhere right in here, and notice I'm not putting it up towards like the tip of the front or in even a foot off right there. Like I want to come back just a hair about right here, guys. And once I get it, note that we're going to put it this way and not this way. A lot of people make that mistake. They'll put it this way. So put it this way, right? And then you can take your marker, make that first mark right there, line it up where you like it, nice and straight down, and make that mark. Alright, so once you made your two marks, now we can take our drill bit for our rivets right here, and you want to drill them nice and straight right on your marks, just like that. Alright, so there's one hole. And there is your second hole, guys. It's that easy. So now we're going to get the silicone. Alright, so now you got your holes pre-drilled right there, guys. What you need to do is take a little bit of silicone right here and you just want to fill in that hole. You want to get it nice and get it kind of so that it spreads out on both sides right here. Then we will take our eye right here and our first screw, and you just want to slowly just drill into it. That way it doesn't warp or anything. Alright, then we will take our second screw right here, find the hole, and go ahead and get it screwed into place. All right, and then we'll just leave that alone, let that silicone dry, and move down to the next thing. All right, so we are now moving on down to our line stop right here, as you can see right there. And as I said, you're gonna have to get you a screw if you can't access the inside of it. Like for in my example, I can't get inside of there, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna sit this flat in a nice spot that's slightly above the eyes that we just put on in the front, right? So I want to go somewhere about right in here, but keep in mind I want to keep it as a very flat surface. All right, so what I want to do, guys, since I can't get my marker in there, right, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it and make it flush, just like that. I want to pre-drill this hole with the screw itself, just like that, but I don't want to go all the way in yet. I want to back it out now that I've got my hole. Then I'm going to take some silicone. I'm going to put it around the base of that and the screw. Cover it nice and good. A little bit at the hole itself, never hurts. Line that screw right back up, and then go ahead and screw that in. Nice and tight, and just wipe away all the excess silicone from that, and then bam, your anchor line stop is now installed. Get up close to that so you can see. All right, so let's move to the last eyelet down. All right, so for our rear eye, it's basically the same thing as we did in the front. You don't want to get too close to the back, but you don't want to be kind of just right here either. So I'm gonna come about slightly about right in here, guys, and I'm just gonna be right above that line. Again, make sure you got it where you want it. It looks nice and flush at, and then make your little mark. Right there, and then what you can do is either pre-drill it with your drill bit, or I like to use the screw itself just to give it a little pierce, just like that. All right, then what I want to do is take my silicone, drill that on there. Again, like we did with our line stop, just go ahead and put that in there. Put a little silicone inside of that. Go ahead and get your first screw lined up, get it started. Then I like to go ahead and take my second screw, get it lined up in there, get it started, and then go ahead and cinch it down, just like that, and then just wipe away that excess silicone. Alright, so now we got all of those installed. Now we can get to our rope system. Alright, so here is our rope system right here, guys. You can see that's your ring, and it's got the two clips right here. So what we need to do, right, is we need to take one end of your included rope right here, guys, and you want to go ahead and tie a loop knot in it, just like this. Just like that right there. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to come over here to the first loop, right? And you want to come up through the bottom, just like that. All right, so now what we need to do is drag this over here to the middle, just like that. And then we can go ahead and clip one end onto that, just like that. So now what we need to do is take the other end of our rope right here, and we're going to do the exact same thing pretty much. We're going to just sit there and loop it right up through there, but you don't want to tie your loop yet. So let me show you. Just want to take the end with no loop, go up through it, pull all that slack out, Alright, so now that you got that pulled out, you can come back over here to the middle, and I just say the middle as I'm using just like the seat as a reference, right guys? So you want to make sure everything's nice and tight. You don't want it to be all like crazy dangling loose and stuff. And then you just want to pull it slightly, just a little bit tighter than normal. Mark with your thumb where your little loop needs to be at right there, right? So now that you got that, you can go ahead and do it again. Tie you another overhead knot just like this, little loop, pull that tight, and then you will be able to join this one with this one just like this. Alright, so there you go. You can see it's going to be able to slide around and not get caught and hung up and all that. So yeah, pretty cool little system right there, guys. Alright guys, let's take a step back and just see how that looks and works right there, guys. Is what you want to be able to do. You want to be able to pull your line down and up to the front, alright? And then whenever you need to stop it, position it in that spot right there, you can simply just take your line right here, pull it back, lock it around your anchor line, and of course your anchor will be weighing this down. See how I got nice and tight with the bungees right there? So another thing that you need to do after you do all of that is just go ahead, clip your tags a little short. You don't want to clip them all the way, just a little shorter helps it from getting snagged up, just like that. So that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to hit that like button down below for me, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful week ahead. Peace.